So give us again your name, date of birth, where you were born, and how you identify ethnically.
Ellwyn Keith Perryman, born October 1st, 1925, and I am an Afro-American Indian.
Where were you born?
Taft, Oklahoma is my nativity. The so-called town, it was a hamlet really, that I was born in. It's not even on the maps anymore, but that it was a town then along U.S. Route 62, 17 miles west of Muskogee. It was in Muskogee County, west of Muskogee. Muskogee was a large city then. Matter of fact, it was the third largest city then. It's not that now, but it was a big place, and it's still on the map. So, born in Taft, Oklahoma, Muskogee County. That's my nativity.
Would you, okay, so this is 2009, we got a black man president.
Yes.
How do you feel about that, and what do you think about the state of America right now?
Well, I am very happy naturally to have lived long enough to see a black man as a president of the United States. That is a great thing for me, personally. But I feel very sorry for him. I don't think he really knew what he was inheriting. Because all of these problems we have now, they're not his. They were inherited the 8 years primary to his getting that position. And all the stuff he talked about to change that they elected him for, that is what they need. But now America is fighting against that because they think that they're going to be harmed by it. They don't seem to understand what the man is doing. They think he could just pull a magic wand and everything disappear. That's impossible. We've got to now pay for all these problems that were created during the 8 years prior to his ascendancy to that position. And to pay for those, it means taxes. And I'm so sorry that Americans as such, bless their hearts, I love them all, but they better wake up and understand what taxation is. Taxation is such a simple thing. If you can build your own school, if you can build your own highways and hospitals, then don't pay any taxes. But if you can't do that, then you and I get together and put our money together to build these things. That's taxation. As simple as you can get it. You can't get it any simpler. We get together, put our money to provide all these things that we cannot pay for individually. To me, that's simple. I don't know what they taught you in the school about it. I learned it the hard way. Now, I'm not a capitalist. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I am a realist. I have to leave what is. 2 plus 2 is still 4. Well, some of you people get 9 and 1 and odd numbers, those days. I have to deal with reality. And I'm begging all of you, for this president's sake and for our sake as a country, please deal with reality. And let's go ahead and learn to pay for our own bills and quit relying on other countries. Because other countries, they already own a large part of America. You people are going to sleep thinking you own America. You don't. And now you're supplying them with the money to buy us. As Americans, if we would just understand that we will not have to pay for all this stuff that we have and to stop wanting more than we need. That's our problem. And this president is geared to our needs, what the country needs to build itself back. And I'm so tired of everybody talking about Social Security is broke and the problem with Social Security. Don't they know the simple formula that it even began on? It started with Roosevelt, 1935. He did a simple thing. People who are working, let's get the jobs set. Factories. We built all the factories to war. We built factories. People had jobs. Those people contributed into Social Security to provide for their old age. That's what it was those days. Wasn't any disability back then, that days. That didn't come until 1965. But they provided a simple thing. But it was based on people working. Now, people aren't working. So they're not putting into Social Security, but the older ones, baby boomers, retiring to draw. So more are drawing than are putting in. A simple equation is there. Less going in, more coming out. What does that mean? Broke. Simple. That's why I say I am a realist. I just look at cold, hard facts. I personally am willing to give up a larger part of my little income to pay extra on the tax bills. I will volunteer 10% of my little income. And mine is down poor because I've been helping my fellow man all of my working life. It's just been, that's me, the individual, the realist, again, helping those who have less. That's why I work for Social Security. Most of my government career was with Social Security. So that's what I'm trying to tell you folks about it. Let's get the factories back here in the United States. That's the only thing your president is going to be able to help you with all the other problems. We need jobs here, and not the high-tech jobs. That's nice. That's fine. But we've got to have the job down here where us people live. Those of us who make the things that we need to live by and with.
2 quick questions. What do you think about Congress?
We need to unelect everybody that's in Congress. I want to wipe them all out. I'm asking all of the young people today to let's have one more amendment to the Constitution. Let's limit the elected representatives to 2 terms, just like the presidents. Then they might be able, as you young people get in there, to represent us out here. But Wall Street owns Congress. Let's be honest about it, and have for the last 50 years. And Congress needs to be, there's a few people in Congress that are pretty decent, but the majority of them need to go home. They've gotten well enough.
Final question. What would you like to say to President Obama?
I would like President Obama to also realize that he is not going to be able to satisfy that wealthy element of America. And the troops, I don't think his decision to send more troops is not a good idea. The Russian people quit many years ago in Afghanistan. They knew that they could not change it, and they left. Don't let's be fools and go over there and think we're going to change them. And I would ask that president, don't add more people over there. We're only killing up our young people, and we're not going to solve that problem. The people in Afghanistan, in that part of the world, are going to have to solve their own problem. I would like to help them as much as I can, but I can't solve the problem for them. I would help them solve it, but they have to solve it themselves. And I would like my president to look at that part of what his job really is all about. We are no longer police for the world. We've got to just take care of America. We will help others, but we can't take care of them.